doing it now here in Thailand. And I've done it in Malaysia, done it in Cambodia. Not too far from today, I'm going back to Malaysia, okay? And I'm doing it there. So wherever I go, I can go anywhere in the world. As long as I have an internet connection, I can use EVNG and I can practice whatever I want to practice. So I'm not limited. Because I remember when I was studying for my CCNA, I would go to the University of Miami Study Center and I will go in there, or Student Center, sorry, not Study Center, Student Center, and I will go there and study for my exams. I will leave the house for hours. And I used to go to Barnes and Nobles back in the States. And I don't know if they still exist or not, but Barnes and Nobles, that's where I would go to study and do my thing. But it was a simulator. And you also, if you're in the States, you have something called Rackspace, okay, which you can go ahead and get. But it's based on tokens, and it gets expensive. But again, you're not limited to one location. If you virtualize, it's going to be nice, because don't think, because if you get GNS3, you get EVNG, you get CML2, right? That's Cisco's emulator. If you get those three, one of those three, you're a packet tracer. You're a packet tracer, you should always have it free, okay? So you can do a little design in there and practice it. When you can do, then you go ahead and open up your CML2, whatever it is. Your CML2, it's great. It's Linux. Everything's pretty much Linux in there, okay? When it comes to the servers or the end devices, it's all Linux. In the background, they use Alpine, they use Ubuntu, okay? And then when you're in the routers, you're in the switches, man, it's just not very user-friendly. It's not like, let's say, even GNS3, where you can color, you put a little square and color it, all these little labels, you know exactly what's going on. CML2, I haven't been in there lately, but I've used Viral. I call it Viral as viral. That was their first CML1. It was just nasty, just nasty. Okay, it was a royal pain to do things. CML2, you couldn't even see the interfaces. You have to go to a tab to see the interfaces. Now, what they did in the newer version of CML2, and they may have upgraded. I don't know, I haven't been in there since. You can see the interfaces. Awesome. But can I see? I want to be able to label everything so people can understand what I'm doing. Just by the label, you know what's going on. And that wasn't the case. So it's not very user-friendly. It really, you have the latest and greatest devices for your use. So once you purchase CML2, you don't have to worry about setting up the iOSs or anything like that. Everything comes there with it. So it's up to you how much you want to invest and what emulator you want to use. Because EVNG, GNS3, and CML2 will take you all the way to CCNA. Back in 2016, I passed my CCNA, but I never did field work. Okay. My current job is system architect as DoD contractor. Oh man, that's awesome. And every time I wanted to work in a network, my manager would offer me more just to stay as a system architect. I said, learn, stay there, because you're a DoD, Department of Defense. I'm sure you have a security clearance, okay? So that's a big freaking deal. Learn everything and anything you possibly can, and try to do, now maybe if you can do a lateral move on another contract, and they're offering you more money, save. Get these GNS3s, EVNGs, whatever it is you're gonna do, and practice everything that you wanna learn. Get the right certifications, okay? Because I know DoD has their own particular type of certifications. I have a paper somewhere that, okay, that you have a specific certification for different things. Get those certs, move around within the Department of Defense. You're in a good place, Aguilar. You're in a damn good place, because you can just say yes or no. I don't need to know. You need to have a security clearance. I'll ask you that. You need to have a security clearance to work for the DoD. If I'm wrong, let me know, okay? But you need a security clearance, and that's where everybody, there you go. So you can't lose that. You can't lose that, man. And you're a contractor, that's the best thing in the world, okay? Contracting, all right? Because there's no BS. You go there and do what you got to do, and that's it. And they may work you to death, because we use, and they're getting paid very good money versus the employees. My current target is to get the CCNA